Do you know that selling is more of mindset than selling skills? Now, I know there are many selling techniques out there, but if you can develop the mindset, the skills will follow. Perhaps you are thinking, well, I'm not a salesperson, I don't do business, I'm a professional. Every day of our life, we are selling to someone. Think about your marriage. The reason why the lady agreed to marry you is because you sold yourself to her. The reason why you got the job is because you sold yourself to your boss or your interviewer. Wherever you find ourselves today, the assets we have today, the relationship we have today, they came because you sold yourself to someone or someone sold themselves to you. Now, it might not be directly, but sales is happening in our everyday life. I have about 5 practical ways you can develop a mindset that will make selling very easy for you. It doesn't matter whether it's your high ticket product or low ticket product, or you are just a random business person, you are a professional, you work a job or you work a 9 to 5. This is going to help you in every aspect. As a matter of fact, whatever you do to develop a mindset is never a waste. It will surely be useful for you one day or the other. So let's dive down into the 5 tips or 5 ways to develop your mindset. I have a slide before me, so I'm going to be reading from here and I'm going to be explaining, and I'll give you tips, something you can do every single day that can help you develop your mindset on selling. Number one is that you have to reframe your perspective. I say this every time. Perception is as important as what you think of yourself. I know that some people even have a bad perception about themselves, but for those that have good perception about themselves, you have to also create it in the mind of the people you are having conversation with. So perception is so the perception you should have about sales is not a win or lose game. It is never a win or lose game. I know you want the money, I know you want the deal, I know you want to close the deal, but pause. It is not a win or lose game. So what exactly it is? It is an opportunity to add value to the other person. So one thing you can do every single day is to ask yourself, how can I add value to my customers? How can I add value to the relationships around me? How can I add value to the people that want to buy product from me? If you can answer this question genuinely, it's a game on. It's a game on. Number 2, focus on relationship. Now, relationship is very, very powerful. Whatever money can buy, relationship can buy also. Whether or not you get the sale, relationship will bring more sales to you. Now, think of the referrals you've gotten. What brought those referrals? Was it because you were so good? Yeah, I know some came because we were so good, but most of them will probably come because the people like your service and you have a good relationship with them. You can be so good, but if you have bad habits, you won't get a referral. So relationship is very, very important. How to build this is by spending time listening rather than speaking. See, everybody in the world wants to be heard, including you. You want to be heard. So when you cultivate the habit of listening more and asking questions, you build that relationship because the other person feels you are listening. So they come closer and they open up much more to you. Number 3 is practice gratitude. You see, gratitude is a principle that can never be outdated. Practice gratitude. If you are grateful about the leads you got, if you are grateful about your customers, then it won't be about collecting their money. It will be about serving them. So one way to go about it is asking yourself is by writing out the things you are grateful for every single day. The deals you closed, the business you did, be grateful for them, be grateful for the client, appreciate your client also. It is easier to approach sales with gratitude, with positive attitude rather than low energy. When you are grateful, you have high energy, you are happy, you want to serve your clients much more. The 4th way to develop your mindset is by visualizing your success. Now, I know I've always also thought about this, that all this visualizing, thinking about your success is a waste of time. It is not, because whatever you cannot see, you cannot attract. So one way to do this is by sitting down or just thinking of or create a picture in your mind of how you are attracting customers. Have that picture in your mind or visualize how successful you are. You see whatever you want to achieve. create a picture in your mind before they even happen. Create a picture of having customers, create the picture of closing deals, create the picture of the numbers, of the figures. Some people have never thought of themselves receiving 50 million before. Have you ever thought of yourself receiving 50 million at once before from a deal? Okay, have you thought of 100 million from, have you thought of 1 billion from a deal? Now, this is not you just saying it, like you have sat down, you have pictured it. Even the Bible says, it said, as far as your eyes can see, it said, I have given unto you. So that means if your eyes cannot see it, you cannot receive it. Now, the fifth way to develop your mindset is by celebrating your small wins. This is very, very important. Learn to pause and celebrate your small wins. And when you are celebrating your small wins, sometimes you might need to celebrate your client also. So your client has been patronizing for the last 12 months, 6 months. Why not take our time as you're celebrating yourself, also celebrate them, because they are very, very important in your journey. So in two ways, celebrate your small wins where you have gotten to. Do not lament over every single thing. No matter where you are today, you are better off than some people. There are some people that their own prayer point is just to be like you. Now that doesn't mean that you should pause. That doesn't mean that you should get relaxed. It only means that God has done something for you that you ought to be grateful for. Then you should also celebrate it also. Then celebrate your clients. So how this helps you, this is very important. This mindset are very important. If you can shift your mindset from win or lose game and changing it to building relationship, adding value to people, celebrating your small win, being grateful for the clients you have, I believe that it's going to change the game for you. How this helps you, thank you. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks.